Well, good day YouTubers, and you join me just as I'm leaving the outer fringes of Garstang and heading northwards for around about 2 miles to my favourite mooring spot. Now the eagle-eyed amongst you will notice, no doubt, that I've given the roof of Aslan a coat of paint. After much scraping and armed with brush and roller, I managed to get a good thick coat on of Screwfix primer just before we then enjoyed about 3 weeks of continual rain. The reason I'm going to the mooring is because of all the, how can I put it, bullshit that's going on in this country and in other countries at the moment. If you were to believe everything in the press, then pretty much everyone in the UK is struggling to fill the tanks on their cars. They're running out of food, starving to death, and their homes are lit solely by candles. I'm trying to think of another example where the press have created totally unjustified panic and apocalyptic fear. But I just can't think of anything at the moment. If we use our own eyes, and with the exception of a few isolated cases in London and Manchester, is that everything is pretty much business as usual. There's also something that's cropped up in the last week, maybe two. A question that I'm being asked quite a lot lately, and that's, is Aslan for sale? And the simple answer is yes. But not my Aslan. The fact is, boat names aren't exclusive. And in fact, at the moment, there's around about 5 or 6 other canal boats on the boat index register called Aslan. And one of those is currently, at the time of this video, for sale with AB&B Brokerage down in Crick, which happens to be the place I bought Aslan back in 2017. As it happens, an interesting tale of when I went to see Aslan originally at AB&B, and the gentleman who showed me around the boat said back in 2017 that it was very difficult to sell vintage engine narrowboats because there wasn't any demand for them, and he said that they were more of an enthusiast boat. But now, it turns out that they go like hotcakes, and they can't get enough of them to sell. I wonder why that's happened. Aha, there she be. I was fairly confident the mooring would be available. The reason being, especially at this time of year, the boats you see out and about are mainly continuous cruisers. And this type of mooring isn't really that popular because it's miles from any shops or pubs. In fact, when I was doing my roof repair for the new fire and chimney, I ran out of cutting discs for my angle grinder. So I had to walk a 7-mile round trip back to Garstang to get some. But I'm going to continue on to the winding hole and turn around and come back. So I'll have my side hatch on the water side. Believe me, it's worth the effort. And here we are, just round this corner. This will do me lovely, as per usual. Very hot. Let's go for a little walk then, eh? I said yesterday that this sort of mooring isn't very popular with continuous cruisers normally because there's no shops nearby. Well, there is, but it's about 2 miles away. Well, I try and have a walk every day, and a nice round trip of 4 miles will do me well. And I know where the shop is. It's a garage, and I can hear the A6 main road, like sort of way over there, but I'm not quite sure how to get there. So I'll carry on down the towpath here. There is a bridge just after where I turned round in the winding spot yesterday, with a little country lane which sort of heads that way, and I'm hoping that will bring me out roughly somewhere near that garage, and I might get a coffee. Luxury. What's your names?
Andy and Janet.
Andy and Janet.
Yeah.
Good.
Nice to meet you anyway.
Yeah, have a nice. Well, how long are you? A week or a weekend?
We're back on. We're taking it back on Saturday. We've had it for a week. We're going to Jewfield.
Right. Okay. Well, we're at Sherfield. Yep. Okay. So now then. Just around this bend and along the straight bit, and I'll end up back at the winding hole and the bridge not far after. Quite a few boats out and about today. A few went by this morning. Here's the winding hole. And the bridge is just up there. Well, I'd say it's this way. That's in the general direction of the A6. Gotta be careful on these lanes. You get nutty drivers. And one thing, when I'm out on my motorbike, that I notice a lot, is the amount of pedestrians who don't know the basic rule that you walk facing the oncoming traffic. So in Britain, we drive on the left, but when you're walking, you walk on the right, so you can see the traffic coming towards you. You can see what's going to crash into you. If you walk on the other side, you've no idea what's coming up behind, whether to get out the way or not. So check your highway code, and if you walk the same side as the traffic, you're taking your life into your own hands. Some quite staggering homes. Modern, but staggering nonetheless. A wall, no doubt hiding something. Yeah, what do we got here? Hello. Oh, I like this wall. Rebuilt. But haven't used lime mortar. Tut tut. If you're doing a sympathetic restoration, you have to use the same mortar that was used originally, which in this case will have been lime mortar. Very hot. Ooh, what am I like? Mind you, I am a one for my old buildings. and the road forks left and right. Well, do I take the left way or the right way? Though I wonder if drivers have on occasion not realised and come flying along and gone straight into that house's like car park. I'll go right. I must be getting warm because the A6 is getting louder. Aha! I know that garage. Yeah, I'll just follow your sense of direction, follow your nose and your ears, and you shall be rewarded. Hello. Hello. This is one of the things I miss about continuous cruising. Is just setting off in a particular direction, looking for a shop, for food or whatever, and enjoying all the scenery along the way, and eventually getting what you were after. In this case, some milk and a cup of coffee. Just look at the price of fuel now. Well, I've come back to the bench, just up the lane there, and mooring up down there and going for this stroll has it's confirmed something which struck me probably a couple of weeks ago, is that I came onto the Lancaster Canal back in May 2019. I mean, that's just about 2.5 years ago. Now don't get me wrong, being in a marina is fantastic, but doing something like this just reminds me how much I miss the old continuous cruising. So rather like at that road just down there, I'm at this point where I'm thinking, do I go left or do I go right? Going left is staying sort of as it is. I've still got to do travels by motorbike, which I absolutely do want to do it. The problem I've had is finding a satisfactory camera arrangement, because doing something as absolutely ginormous as riding a motorbike around Scotland and filming it, or parts of England or Wales or wherever, is a bit of a nightmare, using 3 or 4 individual cameras, trying to tally that whole lot up each day and getting it all together when you're editing is a nightmare. But I've found a camera system which basically it's 4 cameras, and it's just a case of pressing a button to record and again to stop, or a button to select different cameras. And on the other hand, turning right is back to continuous cruising. And as I say, I'm at a crossroads. I'm not sure what to do. I mean, there's no panic either way. And the winter's coming up, which is normally a sort of slowing down time anyway, video wise. But I really did enjoy continuous cruising. It was perfect. I mean, it means giving up some things such as motorbikes, which I absolutely love, and well, motorbikes really. I was watching Forrest Gump the other day for about the gazillion trillionth time, and when he says at the beginning that life is like a box of chocolates, you never know what you're going to get. Well, it's absolutely right. You just do not know which chocolate's coming up next. Unless, of course, you eat millions of them, like Forrest Gump, in which case he probably knows them off by heart anyway. So, there you go. Right. I'm going to sit here and finish my coffee, then I'm going to walk back to the boat. Look after yourselves. Have a good Christmas, because I'm wondering whether to have a bit of a break or not, to be perfectly frank. I've got things to do. So I may or may not put more content up before Christmas. If not, have a Merry Christmas. And also, rest assured that I'm happy, I'm healthy, touch wood. So in a couple of weeks or a month, if I haven't put anything up, there's no need to message and ask if I'm okay, or saying that you're worried that something's happened, because nothing's happened, touch wood. And there you go. So I'll as they say, I'll see you when I see you. So cheers for now.